Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Crypto Takeover coming back with another Bitcoin analysis video for y'all this evening. Today we're actually going to be going over a few different charts. I've been asking my Telegram group what charts they'd like for me to go over on the live stream. Y'all can find the Telegram link in the description box below if y'all are interested in checking out the announcements that we have. But I think every couple of days I'll come in here and I'll list a few altcoins that I want to go over for the charts on the stream, and we can do that as we continue. So it looks like we have Link, Uniswap, and we'll go ahead and go over ETH as well too, might as well. So we're going to go over 3 of those different altcoins today on the stream. If that sounds interesting, stick around. We're also going to go over Bitcoin as well too, and let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to kind of zoom out here on Bitcoin. We've been keeping a close eye, not only on our daily, but some of our lower time frames as well too. So let's move on into our 2-hour time frame here, see what might be kind of happening. You can tell that we've started to break a few trend lines to the bullish side. As of right now, it does look like our money flow is moving back into our greenish territory. So let's actually just take a look at the 90-minute time frame to start off with. You can see we broke a bullish trend line here, headed to the upside, and also money flow is still looking pretty nice. You know, it looks like it's kind of consolidating out as of right now. If we move on into our 2-hour chart, we can also tell that our money flow is still kind of pushing to the upside here just a tad bit. Didn't quite get too far above our 60% area with our blue wave, so that's something that I'm kind of noticing here, is that it does look like this could be a kind of maybe a short-lived rally, but we'll have to see how this wants to play out. Maybe our blue momentum waves push back up above that 60% mark, and then maybe shoot us even higher than you know, the 11.1k area. Right now we're kind of looking at that 11.1k area, and it does look like a good point for us to come back up and retest possibly. This next green trend line is right at about 11.15, so 11,150. We could definitely come back up to retest that area for sure as well, and then maybe we'll have to see if we want to break out. Let's go on into our 4-hour time frame here. 4-hour time frame also telling us, you know, that we did break bullish right here on this green trend line as well. You know, some of the higher time frames are really the you know, these mid to higher time frames are some of the key areas that I've been keeping a close eye on too as well. This trend line break here on our 6-hour is definitely a pretty substantial trend line, heading all the way back from when we were at 12k. And then it looks like we do have another trend line here right at about that 11,200 area on our 6-hour. This is definitely a key time frame that I'll be keeping a close eye on, and also letting my trading group know how I feel about these trade breakouts here too as well. So this would have been you know, a nice little long here. We're still seeing our money flow still stay in the green. Momentum waves still headed up to the top side too as well. And if we move on into our 8-hour time frame here, you can tell here on our 8 hours that we just broke above our bullish trend line here too as well. So that's going to give us probably a nice little rally to the upside. It does look like our money flow is kind of clipping to the upside here too as well. Our blue momentum wave may be wanting to top out. We'll have to wait and see exactly how this wants to play out. But if we start to break above these trend lines here, we could definitely see Bitcoin probably push maybe even past the 12k area. But we do have a little bit of overhead resistance on here on the 8-hour, and then as we move into the 12-hour time frame too, our 12-hour time frame is actually giving us a trend line all the way back from 12.5k, and that is currently where we're sitting at as far as we can tell on our 12-hour. What I'd like to see on our 12-hour is a clear break above here. It does look like we are getting a green triangle that does signal a trend break, but I would like to see our next 12-hour candle probably close above the trend line here, and maybe even wick up just a tad bit higher to be a little bit more bullish. So we can definitely start to see more of a potential breakout to the upside here if we do close above this green trend line here on our 12-hour time frame. Moving on into the 21 hour, you can tell even the 21 hour may be getting ready to have its breakout to the upside here too. I would imagine on this next 21 hour, we'll probably get a green triangle also as well here. And that will maybe signal us to probably push further up, maybe even to the 11.1K. I'm thinking 11.1K, which is right about where we topped out at, right at about here too as well. That's going to possibly be another area to keep a close eye on too as well. So far, Bitcoin's looking like it really does want to start breaking out here to the upside. I've heard that there's been news on a new stimulus package that may be getting passed too as well. Let's move on into our daily time frame and see what we might be able to tell here. Nothing too substantial on our daily just yet. I am kind of waiting for another buy signal here on the daily. That's what I'd like to see for the most part. It does look like we've gotten the buy signal back on our 21 hour, but if we start to move into our daily, I'd want to see another buy signal and then possibly this money flow get consolidate out a little bit further, maybe even having another push to the upside with our money flow as well too. Folks, I do want to let y'all know that we do have the Path to Cryptocurrency course that is available. We go from beginning to end on how to get started in crypto, everything from how to set up a Coinbase account to how DeFi works and how to even check out some of these decentralized or DeFi exchanges too, and swaps out as well. So if y'all are interested in that, we are updating it periodically. We have a bunch of different course modules that y'all can check out too as well. We have a list of all of them here. If you're interested to see what all the modules entail, you can check that out there, as well as some of our testimonials too, and definitely check it out there too. And then also we have our we do have the Patreon page that is available. If you do want to sign up and become a Patreon member, you get special access to our trading group, as well as a private analysis each and every single day. I give y'all certain trade setups that y'all can take to as well. We have our bot signals that are also incorporated inside of the Discord category. So once you join here, I want to make sure that I get your Discord username so that way I can give you access to the special category on our Discord server. If you want to go ahead and become a part of that Discord server, there is a link in the description box below where you can go ahead and join our Discord server and ask and chat in the general chat area there. Once you join, just make sure that you have clicked the green checkbox to verify that you are going to abide by the community rules and guidelines there as well too. So definitely check that out if you're interested. Then also we have the YouTube membership page that is available. All the private Patreon posts that I post inside of the Patreon group, I will make those available inside of the YouTube membership area. So feel free to join that. It is a little bit cheaper than the Patreon group, but if you're interested in getting some of those private analysis videos, and I can give y'all those if you join the YouTube membership page. So let's go back into the charts here really quick. We are still taking a look at the daily here. If we move on into our 2-day, let's see what's happening here. We are staying above that 10.5K area. It did look like we did have a little bit of a dip here. But as of right now, it looks like we are making a pretty nice recovery. Our money flow is kind of thinning out here, so that gives momentum, the next thing to look at, and it does look like we are ready to kind of head back to the upside here too as well. Even on our 3-day chart, we're getting another green dot here as well too. But we'll have to wait to see, these Christmas tree patterns can kind of play out here too as well. It does look like our 4 days finding support at our 0 pivot point too as well, possibly ready to put in another green dot here on the 4-day. We could get a little bit of a Christmas tree pattern down here before we cross below that 0 pivot point. But as of right now, it does look like we are trying to hold support, for the next couple of weeks going on into October. It looks like we probably will consolidate out to the side, if not push up a little bit higher possibly. So that's kind of what it's looking like. And then we'll have to reevaluate what October is going to be like. It could be just kind of up in the air. I'm assuming that based on stimulus package being passed or not, that's going to have a big determination of how October plays out for us too as well. So we'll have to keep that in mind moving forward. So let's go ahead and jump on into some of these other charts here. Let's move on into ETH, because that was one of the charts that our members wanted us to look at. Like I said, I'm going to be doing polls a couple of days on our Telegram channel. So if you're interested in joining our Telegram channel, links in the description box below. Feel free to check that out as well. So jumping on over into ETH really quick, this was a trend line that we did have set up on our daily here. We set up a signal for it too as well, and ETH broke below our trend line here. It does look like we are having a little bit of a retest. This could be somewhat of a fake out as of right now. That's kind of what it's looking like. We did have our purple trend line back here and we broke bearish below it. If our EMAs do decide to cross, it looks like we are finding resistance right now, right there at the 21 EMA here on the daily. That's going to also more than likely lead to a push back to the downside on ETH. Money flow, it doesn't look like too great right now here on the daily. Let's move back into our 8-hour time frame and just see what's happening here. It does look like we've broken bullish out of this triangle here, symmetrical triangle pattern. If we push further up and we get back above our yellow trend line, then I'll remain a little bit more bullish. But what I'd want to see from ETH right now is for us to push back up above our yellow trend line to say that we could be recovering. Our 12-hour momentum wave is also looks pretty good for right now. So I'm liking the looks of the 12-hour momentum wave to probably get back up above our yellow trend line here that we had formed on our daily. So for that, it looks like also here we've gotten a daily buy signal with ETH as well too. So that's something to take note of based on where Bitcoin was at as well too. Let's go on into the 2-day, see what's happening here. It looks like we're finding some support with the 2-day green dot as well. Same as what Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin was giving us a 2-day green dot as well also. So looks like we'll probably end up coming back up above our back up above our yellow trend line here and making our way back up above the 21 EMA too as well. Maybe finding support above it, maybe getting a nice little push and then coming back down to retest it. But it does look like this more than likely was a bear trap down here on ETH, and then we are kind of making some recovery from that little bear trap there too as well. So we did want to look at a few more things too. I like to go over the DXY, so let's go ahead and do that really quick and go over the DXY, just see what's going on with that. There was a very interesting thing that showed up this morning for me when I was looking at the charts. But folks, before we go over the DXY, I do want to let you know that you can sign up for the newsletter if you'd like. You can find the link in the description box below to sign up for the newsletter. We are doing a $100 altcoin giveaway at 3,000 subs. So once we hit 3,000 subs, make sure that you are signed up for our newsletter giveaway, and I will do the drawing live on the channel when the time comes. Make sure that you go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that way y'all can be updated every single video, and to let y'all know when I decide to do those giveaways when the time comes. So let's take a look at the DXY again. So this was and it's still here. I honestly, tell me if this is a glitch or not, y'all, because I'm really confused on this, but it looks like the DXY just took a massive dive, and this is something I don't know if this is a glitch in TradingView or not, to be honest, but if I turn these on regular candles, we didn't quite get there, but the EMAs are kind of topping out. And it looks like the EMAs just even took a dive. I mean, our blue momentum wave obviously took another substantial dive here too as well. But these are on our regular candles. It also looks like we've retested a bearish trend line, and maybe breaking below that too as well. Moving on into the 2-day, I mean, this just looks pretty crazy right now. But honestly, if the DXY doesn't recover, and this may be from the talk of stimulus being passed, I'm not 100% sure what's going on here, but this was something I found very interesting this morning, and I don't know if anyone else has caught this yet. So if anything, CryptoTakeOver did catch this first, and if the DXY ends up dumping like this, well, we can see Bitcoin start to head to, probably some new highs here relatively soon. But I do believe that this is probably from the talks of a second stimulus being passed, and maybe also getting checks in the mail once again, or however they want to do it this time, right? But this was just something interesting that popped up for me. So keep an eye on this, folks. Very interesting indeed. So I had some users that wanted us to look at Link. So shout out to all the Link Marines out there. Let's see where Link is at on here. Yeah, tell me what y'all think about this this DXY chart here. I think it's pretty crazy. Let's take a look at Link and BTC. So link to BTC pairing, we'll start here on the daily for link. It looks like we're getting a nice little push back to the upside here. We'll have to wait to see if we these EMAs find some support and maybe bounce off of each other. That looks like it could be a possibility, but money flow is definitely taking a nice rounded curve here too as well. Maybe money coming out of the altcoins as of right now. I would say that we'll probably end up getting a red dot here. We may end up getting a bearish cross there on our two EMAs. I wouldn't think that it would last too long, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how this wants to play out. We could definitely look for support on our next trend lines, which are right at about 67,000 Satoshis, right in that area. That's probably, you're probably going to want to draw this trend line out so you can take a screenshot and see what's going on right now. The 2-day chart definitely looks like it has a nice trend line support area to the upside, you know, down here at the 61,000 Satoshi. So this 2-day chart, if anything, will definitely be nice reference for us. It looks like money flow is starting to even out here on the 2-day on link as well. But you could probably set a trend line here to know that if we do break below this trend line, we'll probably be headed down a little bit more too as well. But taking a look at the 3-day, you know, still some bearish signals here. We do have a sell signal back here. We'll have to wait to see how much of a boost back up we want to get. It looks like we are about to get a green dot here on the 3-day anyways. So this could just be like a little bit of a short-lived sell-off rally before money starts coming back into the altcoins. I do believe the dominance chart for Bitcoin is looking to be a little bit more bullish, just because let me see if I can find the dominance chart here. So the dominance chart, it is kind of seeing a little bit of a sell-off here, but we'll have to wait and see. Money flow from the dominance chart looks like it's ready to start pushing back up. So that's just something to take note of there. But it looks like the dominance of BTC had fallen off for a little while. Now we're just waiting for you know, everyone to get over the DeFi craze. And speaking of DeFi, let's go ahead and take a look at Uniswap, and then we can go from there. So Uniswap is trade, I believe, right? I think Uniswap is trade, right? Yeah, Unitrade. I think, is that the Uniswap? Is that the Uniswap token, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Okay, maybe there's actual Uni token, and then trade is the exchange token, I believe. So let's go on in here to Uniswap, and let's take a look at Uniswap to ETH or BTC. Let's take a look at it in Tether. Let's go over here. Oh man, okay, we gotta really zoom out on this because I forgot this hasn't been out for that long. But this is Uniswap to BTC. We can take a look at Uniswap into Tether maybe and see what our USD value is calculated by TradingView. Okay, this is the USD value here. So it looks like it is kind of making somewhat of a bearish fragment here, just a tad bit, but we could be finding support, maybe a green dot down here as well too. There's really just not enough data when it comes to these brand new coins too, such as Uniswap, but or the Uni token. But I think that, you know, we're starting off in a little bit of red money flow here. I'm sure quite a few people are probably taking their profits based on you know, the $2,000 that they've gotten to use the DeFi platform itself, and to be able to make those airdrops like that is pretty substantial. But we could definitely probably end up seeing more of a sell-off here on Uniswap just for right now, and then we're gonna have to wait to see how this is going to recover. You know, I would look for a retest back down to the you know, $3 area, or the, you know, right around the $3.5 area if anything, and then maybe a bounce off of that as well. So we'll have to wait to see. This is still a brand new coin, so we'll have to get a little bit more data in the charts to reference it from there. But folks, thank y'all for sticking around. I think we're gonna go ahead and end the video here. So if y'all are interested in learning about some of the other altcoins that we want to review on this channel, you can join the Telegram group, and I'll be asking polls in there of what coins y'all want me to go over. And then also, don't forget, we have our trading group page, which is the Patreon membership page. If y'all want to join that, make sure that you message me and give me your Discord username when you do join. But we've been having a lot of fun in there. been working off of each other's minds too as well. But with that being said, folks, I want to go ahead and end the video here, and I'll speak to y'all on the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.